Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Renegade Operative here once again, and I am covering relevant gaming news on an individual basis. Now, I suppose that I should offer up some sort of disclaimer that I originally covered gaming news before, but the reason I stopped doing it was because I got swamped with so much relevant information that I just decided not to do it solo anymore, because I thought that the podcast, the TCP podcast in particular, was the place to cover all that information accrued. Now, I do love covering gaming news. I do love talking about it. I think that I could give some decent thoughts on what I think that's going on in the current medium. However, when you do topics like this in mass quantities, then it can be a lot to keep up with. And as I said, I will do this individually with things that I like or things that I find interesting to talk about in terms of gaming news. So Nintendo, for example, they made quite a bit of splash in the news, so I'm going to give my opinions on that after this video, and I hope you guys really enjoy that. But getting back to the topic on hand, there was a picture that was circulating its way around social gaming media outlets such as IGN or Kotaku, and this looked like a flyer confirming the name of the new Call of Duty entry that's coming out this November, aptly called Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, it looks like they are harkening back to some of the things that might have popularized Modern Warfare in the first place, but it looks like they are keeping that futuristic tone from what I see in the picture alone. It looks like there's a giant gunship in the background just ready to tear through people, and of course, naturally, someone asked the Call of Duty Twitter account this question, whether it was real or fake, and they sort of made an emoji that didn't deconfirm it, but I guess it sort of raises the suspicion that this might be revealed at E3 2016. But that's not the most exciting news of this update. Apparently, if you get the Legacy Edition of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, you will get Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. And now my personal opinion on this is, it's good that they are remastering one of the best Call of Duty games of all time, in my opinion. I really loved the crap out of Modern Warfare's campaign. That is a game that was so amazing that I would have no personal issues going back and getting a platinum for it if they decide to remaster this on PS4, because that's how much I really enjoyed the experience. I'm not too sure about the online. I played like about maybe 1 or 2 sessions, and for the most part, you know, I had fun. I had fun with it. Yet, for some godforsaken reason, it always seems like these companies like EA, Activision, or Capcom sets even more dangerous precedents that will go into the future that game developers might actually see as a good idea to remaster the best game in the series and hold it for ransom for you to get the new iteration. For example, it seems as though they are really banking on the fact that they can sell Infinite Warfare and sell Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 Remastered for the Legacy Edition for $100, and they know that people will probably go out and throw all their money at that particular package. I think that's bullshit, because once again, everything should be optional. That's how to be pro-consumer, is to offer the options on the table for people to buy the best version separately and not put that behind a paywall. Though it seems like these companies just never learn their lesson and they try to beat things over the heads of the consumer. Now, to be fair, they did not reveal if you could buy Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered outside of this Legacy Edition for $100. I'm hoping you can. I'm hoping that they don't decide to beat this over people's heads, because you know how Call of Duty Elite went, right? It's not sold anymore anywhere, and it's just practically a service that's dead in the water. So you don't want this to turn into the precedent that people get tired of it and they decide to stop buying in both of your products entirely. You don't want that. You obviously want that money. You want to make your bottom line, so you don't want to piss off the gamer. And I hope they don't go down that route of just picking out good games, remastering them, and then deciding, hey, you got to buy the new version to really play this. If you don't, then you're left out of the loop. And the main point that I would like to conclude on today is Activision really scared that Infinite Warfare will not do well? I like to tell you that I did go out and buy Call of Duty Black Ops 3 just on word of mouth alone for $60. So if the game is fun, if it gets around, if it circulates, then I will definitely pick the game up. I know a lot of people are still tired of Call of Duty. They're still tired of the Call of Duty syndrome, that it goes around yearly and that it seems to be a franchise that just won't die. And it seems to have migrated into other franchises like Assassin's Creed, for example, where they always have yearly releases and they just won't take a break and decide to work on something that's sustainable in terms of quality. So I think that is still happening. I think that they shouldn't be worried though, because it's still COD, it's still Call of Duty. It's going to sell on name recognition at least. But if they are scared of making a good product, then they need to put the effort into making that product good. Stop slacking. Stop relying on name recognition alone. Stop relying on nostalgia. Stop relying on cheap tactics. Make a good game. Quality is greater than quantity, my friends, and this is a situation that is definitely no different here. Make the quality in your game good, and your game will sell well, or it will at least have good word of mouth, and I definitely will be buying that if it does. So, this is Renegade Operative signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on my first news video in quite a while. I haven't done one of these in a long time. I think the last time that I actually did individual gaming news was talking about if there was going to be a possibility of a PlayStation 4 Slim. And that was ages ago. So once again, I'd like to thank you for joining this video on the recent gaming news. Hopefully I do more in the future on things that I feel the need to talk about. And you guys take care. Until next time, later. And as an additional bonus, if you would like to see me fuck around in some COD, then a link will be in the description for my Renegade plays of gun game on Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
You know, you're one bad day away from being me.